Hi guys, welcome to Tea with Tumiso. My name is Tumiso Sedladi and this is yet another episode of Tea with Tumiso. And you know guys, I always bring you the best and today is no exception. My guest today is so amazing. She's not only an educator but she's also into poultry farming. So we're gonna get her, she's waiting outside and we're gonna talk to her, get to know her and learn. I need to learn what is poultry farming. Come through, guys. Let me get her. Hello, hi. Oh my God. How are you? Welcome to Tea with Tumiso. This is Bafedile, guys. Phomolo.
Yeah, right.
She's my guest today. You know what we're gonna do now?
Okay.
We're gonna go to the kitchen. I'm going to like you can't bake, you can't cook to save your life.
No, I can't.
So we're gonna go into the kitchen. I'm gonna teach you how to bake very simple cookies, right?
Okay.
And then we're gonna serve those cookies with tea. When we sit down and talk, we're gonna have those cookies lit here, guys. Bafedile Phomolo is in the house. Yay! So we made butter biscuits. You know, you just need your flour, you need your sugar, and you need butter. We mixed it, put it in the pan, and came out beautifully, guys. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. Yay! Hi guys! Oh my gosh, she is in the house. Her Majesty herself is in the house. I love this girl. She inspires me a lot. I've been following her on social media, on Facebook, and I know you're not only inspiring me, but you're inspiring a lot of people because of what you do. So I want us to start with your education, you know, because you are an educator. You are a young teacher. Oh my goodness. I wish I had like a young teacher when I was in school, but it's fresh and it's sort of refreshing to see that young people are getting into education. I want to now understand, why did you get into teaching? Why did you want to be an educator?
Okay, my journey to Tumiso has not been an easy journey, I tell you. As much as it looks so easy to people's eyes when looking at it from a distance, my journey has not been an easy journey. It has its own ups and downs, and I tell you, it has its own turns and twists, and I have to keep up because nobody ever promised me a smooth journey anyway.
Exactly.
So, growing up, I always wanted to be a teacher. I knew that I should do something that has to deal with talking to people. Like I wanted to serve the people, and by so doing, I wanted to be either a teacher, a social worker, or a psychologist, right?
Nice.
So, growing up, I was known as this smart young girl, evident by awards that I received.
I remember.
From grade to grade.
I remember.
Yeah,
Bafedile was never not gonna be on the stage. Awards day.
And I was awarded for good grades and outstander at school. So, but life took a turn in a different one. When I was in grade 10, I got pregnant and everything just went down, and I could see my marks dropping daily, and I could see my love for learning fading each day, and it was very sad, but I did nothing about it up until I was in matric. So in matric, I received admission to diploma. Mind you, I was this smart girl.
I know.
So it was the worst day of my life, but I took it with a positive energy because the support system, I tell you, I have the most support system. My family was very supportive, and that's when I took it upon myself that, no, you know, girl, this is not you, and you have to do exceedingly to make sure, to make sure that your reputation high, right? So I went to UNISA and applied for not bachelor's degree. I applied for a bridging course because I didn't qualify for a bachelor's degree at that time. Mind you, it's bachelor, and I got admission to diploma. So 1 year I went there and I did my bridging course in teaching, and then afterwards I was supposed to do my B.Ed. And then I was awarded council bursary by UNISA because I had good grades by that time.
Come on.
I took it upon myself to take everything out of me and leave what I know. So at that time I was like, okay, fine, let me study. I studied with council bursary up until I applied for NSFAS. NSFAS took me from second year up until the final year. And then I graduated. The happiest day of my life, and I was like, God is great, guys. So I became a teacher right after my graduation. I graduated on July, and on August I became a teacher, a permanent one for that matter. So the thing is, I went to an interview before I could even graduate. And I was awarded that job in August.
Nice.
So as a teacher, what I've learned is that I was not only afforded the opportunity to be with learners, but then I was afforded the opportunity to inspire young minds and to inspire young leaders. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. And in the education, I'm making sure that I'm becoming the best version of myself. Thank you.
I love that. Absolutely amazing. You talked about something that I didn't even know about. I'm hearing this for the first time, like bridging. What did you?
A bridging course.
A bridging course.
Yes.
Could you like kindly explain to people what that is?
So in most university, they do have this bridging course. They call them bridging courses because when you don't qualify for a certain qualification, you have to undergo maybe a year for you to be able to, you receive a certificate for that particular qualification, and then you do your bachelor's.
My God.
Yes.
Hey, thank God you came, because like this is new information to me. How ignorant am I? So this is amazing what you're saying to me, because you are inspiring young people by being a young person in education and showing that it's possible, even with your adversary of, not achieving how you wanted to achieve, but the fact that you still pushed until you got what you wanted, or, revealed your true self is amazing to me. I want us to sort of like unpack the education system. I'm seeing a lot of young people sort of being discouraged when it comes to education. A lot of people are dropping out. A lot of people are not seeing the value in going to school and being taught and in education. Because when we were in high school, sort of pass and then you're going to work. And then people go through the education, but then still are struggling with employment. How can we change or integrate the system so that it helps people to be employed in a way, or to see the value in education?
So Tumiso, what I can tell you is that the education system that we have, as much as it doesn't give people jobs like they were promised, but then it sharpens the mind.
Yes.
Being in education had made me realize that it doesn't only bring bread on the table, but also it sharpens the mind. The way that you thought before being in the education system, the way that you thought before achieving that degree, it's very different from the way that you'll think after. So now as a teacher, I've learned that the education system has a great impact on one's life.
I love that.
And I've realized, or I've seen learners who are from disadvantaged backgrounds overcome, irrespective. Yes, they overcome irrespective of the circumstances that they were in. From. And I've seen people by Lohoring, they are disabled, crossing whatever bridges, and born they are excelling, and through this education system. Therefore, it is within us teachers to make sure that we do our best in this education system, so that learners, or they are getting into dikolo or the universities, they see the greatness in this teaching.
Education.
Not only did I see the good things in teaching, but I've also seen the flaws that is in the education system, right? So in this education system, Tumiso, it is fair to say, even today, poverty and inequality, lack of resource still hinders learners to become what they are, right?
Give them confidence.
Yes, and also those outdated methods that teachers are using in class, they also are a barrier to our learners. Therefore, we urge with teachers, especially young ones, they should work out their games.
Creative.
They should be
Come up
creative
with
so that
strategies to make it more youthful.
to welcome learners and so that learners were inspired to go through this learning without even hindering themselves.
What a blessing today. We have a young educator who is inspirational and doing amazing things. And there's still a lot more to learn from her. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we are still hanging out with the Bafedile. Oh my God. Hi guys, we are back here on Tea with Tumiso. We are hanging out with Bafedile. I just called you an education expert because you are an education expert, and talking about that, I want us to discuss this trending issue. This young girl who got raped in the school premises by allegedly a principal or like someone who works in the school premises. And I want us to sort of discuss, security measures when it comes to like the education system or like school premises. How can we improve safety so that our kids don't find themselves in the situation
Tumisho, when we bring children to school, we already know as parents that they should be safe, right? So we are bringing them to their parents. Meanwhile, and all
like
that.
Teachers are posing as parents.
Yes, so we expect our fellow teachers the
protection.
Yes, they should be a protection to our learners. So in this case, it's very certain it's allegedly the principal or someone who is working around the school premises who is doing those things. So, and at schools we are having the safety committees, and it's their duty to ensure that learners are safe at all times. So it's questionable where were they at that time? Where were they, and where was the teacher herself, and where was the principal, where was the HOD over the departmental head herself? Because if a learner it's within us teachers to ensure the transport. You cannot be a teacher and then learner the transport. Mind you, teachers they are supposed to already born. Yes. So it's very questionable. At first, where was the teacher and where was the HOD, where was the principal? And if the principal is the one who's supposed to ensure safety and then he's not doing the work, then we are doomed as South Africa. We are asking ourselves how will we trust the education system, and why is this trending issue not receiving its own justice? Like people are making sure by all means. So we are expecting, even now, come and tell you, we are expecting but this issue and tackle it because and it's very, very threatening
in that kind of condition. So is it safe to say the school as a whole needs to be blamed for that kind of situation?
Yes, the school as a whole needs to be blamed.
Oh my God.
The school as a whole.
Yeah, it's a very sad issue, and it's trending in South Africa and even abroad. And I think why it's trending is sort of to bring awareness to the fact that like this should not be happening at all.
Yes.
You know, violence against children and women shouldn't be something that we are still struggling with in South Africa.
I mean, Pepe is so young.
I mean, a 7-year-old,
So
why do you even, how do you even, are you attracted to a 7-year-old? But
Yes.
anyway, unkulunkulu, we're trusting the system, justice system will deal with the situation accordingly. On a lighter note, I want us to discuss something that, you know, is sort of like, to me, I was just like, what is this? When I first heard of poultry farming, I couldn't even pronounce it. I had to Google, you know, when you play Google and they give you like the pronunciation, I had to press for the pronunciation. Oh, it's poultry farming. So I want you to explain to our audience for poultry farming.
Poultry farming is just a farming in involve right? So it might be a farming farmaka for meat, which we call them broilers, or a farming farmaka layers, and then with layers they will produce eggs. Yes.
And then how did you get into it? Like, what interested you into poultry farming?
I'm laughing, Tumiso, because I never thought it.
This is just like something that
thought that I would. So it happened, I'm like, okay, let me try to think of something that would generate money, and then so that they can feed themselves while I'm driving my own car. And it was like, okay, I thought, nothing made sense up until I understand that that's the only thing it's consistent on my mind was poultry farming. Maybe it's because I had a background of poultry farming. My aunt did poultry farming, and at that time I would see but then at a level so I didn't want it to fail. I understand it because I would see that there's a lot of demand whereby the supply is still low. The demand was high.
We struggled for eggs for quite some time.
Yes.
The eggs were very expensive at that point.
Yes, and there was my aunt Omorawataba, and there was also people who were the but for eggs, I remember only my aunt was supplying the whole of Luvantini, and I was like, no, this is a thing that I could do, and then it has demand, therefore my mom would not be intervening, right? So I tried by all means to convince my mom, yo, this is what I'm going, I want to do, right? My mom was like, Ish, are you sure? And trust me, I understand Hanara, are you sure? Because I was known to be that girl behind the pen and the paper, right? I've never been
like farming.
Yes, I've never been exposed to the like even my friends knew what I ever feel I could not do such. Yes, so to me it was a pressing issue. I don't want to lie, because I had a date where at this time I should have bought a car.
Yes.
And then at this time when I buy a car, my family they already have a business right? So hey, it was very hectic that time. So I remember guys, please even like I convinced it before, convincing my mama, no, can I use your kitchen because we have a back kitchen? Can I use your kitchen so that I can get lady ho and all that? My mom was like, no, the ho because I knew nothing. I knew definitely nothing. I only was exposed to what my aunt had at that time. Yes.
So the process of learning, how was the process of learning about this whole thing?
Hey, the process is so interesting. You do the basic that you know, and then when you do the basic that you know, you have challenges along the way, and they force you to be the person that you are. They force you to want to know more.
Yes.
I understand.
It
wasn't a plan for me to know more about farming. All I ever wanted to know was I wanted my family to be able to raise chickens from week 1 up until week 6 and sell them, get profit, that's it. But then it turned out very differently. Hey, chickens and they had profit, and I was like, no, let me buy
this.
Let me buy cages. I bought cages. I was like, let me buy chickens. I bought chickens. Let me build. I built. And like these things, to my surprise, the thing that pushed me into farming was no longer interesting. Like I did not have any urge for a car anymore. I was like, why did I even want a car? So Tumiso, what I want to tell you is that whenever God wants you to do something, He makes sure. Like he makes sure. Can I tell you that the business took so much money, but I've never even a single day felt like it is a challenge. Can I tell you that the business in I generate chalete, but I would pop my money easily and willingly without anyone like I love farming. And after being into farming, I realized, alright guys, this is what I always wanted. This is me. This is a complete version of me
that you never thought you were, and it's just like an amazing version of you.
The discipline that it comes with, the consistency, the level of respect, everything. You will know the value of a drop of water.
Come on.
You definitely know the value.
Come on. I mean, today you are highly celebrated for being like a business lady because of something that you didn't even think was going to come out to be that, which is totally amazing to see. Like it started with just like a vain dream, but then became purpose in a way. You talked about God, which I love. And it shows that you are a lady of faith. You know, how is faith helping you, you know, in your life, in your business, in your career? How is faith helping you?
Tumiso, if you ask people that knows me, they will tell you, or with Bafedile, everything is possible.
Yes.
Like I'm so rooted into these things of God to an extent whereby my faith is even extreme. Like I would even tell people, I would see where I am, just because God promised surely it will. Because up to so far from where I come from and where I am now, it can only be God. Like it can only be God, and I'm forever grateful to His mercy and the greatness that He's doing in my life.
Come on. My guest today is Bafedile, and she's totally amazing. Oh my God, I'm learning so much. I think the way I poultry, you know what? It's secret from heaven, you know?
It's a secret from heaven. Like I'm telling people, how this thing came up. Come I tell you, I can see every moment. Like I make sure, because I know for sure what I would never ever feel like I would be able to do such a thing. So for the fact that it had I should be doing this at this time, I should be, and I did it with a push, whereby I wasn't pushed by anyone.
Yes.
But the thought in me kept on pushing me. Kept on.
Come on.
Bona, can I tell you that when I started on July 2023.
Yes.
And August 2023, I was already building.
Come on.
It wasn't part of the plan. It was definitely not part of the plan. But God pushed me through.
Wow.
And it's within faith that I'm believing God for greater things in this business.
Yes.
I am Bona. You cannot shake me otherwise. Tumiso, you cannot shake me otherwise.
Come on.
Irrespective of the challenges that I get in this business, I'm like, God knew exactly what He's doing. I never knew. Like I never knew. So what makes me think, I'm the one to say Kifellamu?
No.
Not at all. I'm not going to stop up until God says so. Yes.
Oh my God. She is young, she is inspirational, she's my guest today, and boy oh boy, we are floored with her amazingness. We're gonna take a short break. When we come back, there's still more with Bafedile. Guys, we are back. I'm still chilling with Bafedile, and the conversation is amazing. Before we went to the break, we were talking about poultry farming. But one thing that I realized about you is that you are selfless, even in your business, in that you are introducing or inviting people to see the value in this business. I recently saw a post on Facebook where you were telling people, like, guys, if you buy a certain amount of eggs and sell them, you'd make a profit. Tell me why do you feel the need to do that?
I would say that's generally who I am, because I believe that my purpose on this earth is to help.
Yes.
And if I did that, irrespective of how people respond to it, in my heart I become peaceful. Yes, I've done the part. I understand. So me introducing people to poultry farming is because I've seen how peaceful. This poultry farming comes with peace. It comes with money. It comes with
liberation.
You are like, this is who I am. I'm eating my money. So it comes with independence. So that's what I wish for everyone else out there, because you find people and it's so saddening, because sometimes they even blame you or now I understand whereby now we are working so much for this money, and when we introduce people to such things, they are not coming along. Mara, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna be discouraged. I want people to work for their life. I want people to know independency is the way to go. Wow.
You talked about your TikTok account. I want us to discuss the details in your TikTok account. What are you hoping to achieve with this account?
With this TikTok account, I'm hoping to achieve more poultry farmers.
Yes.
And that's basically what I want. Not even a poultry farmer per se, but farmers. I want people to understand the value of farming in this world. Because basically everything is about farming. When you say ojile, it's a farmer. So when you say wapia, the vegetables, that's farming there.
Yes. Health.
I understand. Yes, so farming plays a very big role. Sure. And if we knew, I'm like, if we knew this, if somebody had told us this, then our parents wouldn't even have to buy the vegetables. Our parents wouldn't even have to buy the whole. Our parents wouldn't have to buy body braai packs and all those things. True. Most people would do those things themselves. So that's what I'm basically trying to spread to the nation. Farming is the way to go. Farming it's life. Farming on its own, Bona, it's a work of nature. Yes, and somehow farming connects us to our great grandparents, because this is the way they lived. If you go back to the background, they lived before us, you would see where they never suffered. Wow. They never.
Healthy. They lived longer.
They lived long, and their health was super, and everything went right because they did farming. And you understand. So this is what I'm trying to spread. Guys, let us do it
for ourselves.
Like, we can do it.
Inspirational.
Guys. So yeah.
Amazing. I want us to go back, way back, because I know you're a very smart girl. You were like the top achiever vibes, go skolong. And I just want to understand, like, how do you think your background influenced the person that you are today?
So, what I can tell you, Tumiso, is that my support system is very strong. I don't want to lie. Starting from my parents, my aunts are the most amazing people. My uncle, the worst. And my grandparents, Bona, they are great. So I had the support system that encouraged me. At home, it's fair to say we are academics.
I love that.
Because if you go high wabuti, so you like.
We're not confiding.
Yes,
confiding
you
this,
see.
yes.
So it shaped me. Seeing people by they've been into the education system and then grow their careers and all those things, being where they are, shaped me to be the person that I am today. Because I would look at myself and see my aunt in myself. I would look at myself, see my mom in myself. I would look at myself and see my uncle in myself. And my uncle always asked me, the day the uncle say ba strict but not with my uncle. My uncle looks so strict how mona but then how do really too. Like we do chat and mostly about the dilota school and what are your goals and all those things. So as much as maybe where I am, I was pushed.
Yes.
My mom
encouraged, inspired to get there.
My mom would do anything and everything. Bona, there were times I would feel like I'm not even gonna submit the assignment because if I don't submit maybe I'm stressed and all that. My mom would take her last money at my own submit an assignment. Manual.
Wow.
So my mom did everything. My aunts did all they could. I remember there was a time in my life I knew nothing, and my aunt would even have one miracle would be here and to share the assignment online and all those things. So they played a very big role.
That's amazing.
They played a very big role.
Talking about goals, like where do we see ourselves in 5 years to come? Like what's the near future holding for us?
Okay, the near future is holding the biggest brand ever, the biggest rising bee poultry farm ever, and supplying to bigger stores.
Come on.
So we aim at being the most influential food security, and then we aim at being one of the best teachers in the world. Because there are competitions that and the aim in people should see the value of education.
Yes.
And irrespective of those teachers that people had, they should also know that there are teachers who are still willing to put learners, who are still willing to put learners' efforts, learners' work in their minds. Bana, they are not alone. We are with them, and we are willing to fight the education system to make sure that these learners get the effective and the welcoming, conducive, and inclusive education system ever.
We love it. We are here for it. We are living for that, and we hope that you achieve all your goals. It's possible. It will happen.
Yes.
We're gonna take a short break. It's been an overload of information. I'm overwhelmed, and well, so it's amazing to have you as a guest here. And we're gonna take a short break. When we come back, it's gonna be the last leg of the show, but we're gonna let you leave. But before she leaves, she's gonna give us a word of inspiration after the break. Oh my god, guys, it's almost the end of the show. But you know what? We are not leaving you guys in vain. Before my guest leaves, she's going to give us a word of encouragement, a word of inspiration. But before you do that, can I just say thank you? Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and with the wealth of knowledge and inspiration and wisdom that you gave us today. It's going to help us for this whole year. We're gonna have something that we're gonna run with because of what you have given us. Poultry farming is a thing, guys. If you're not into poultry farming, what are you doing?
what are you doing exactly?
So now she's gonna give us the word of inspiration, and we're gonna sign out after that.
My word of inspiration today is that dear black child, you are born for a purpose. Therefore, do not let anything or anyone dull your moment.
Hey.
Your goals are within your reach. Go for it.
Come on.
That's it. Go for it.
Short, sweet, precise, and to the point. Just like you. I mean, you have been nothing but amazing, and you are doing amazing things. You are inspirational. We look up to you, and we know there's a hope for the future. Guys, this is Tea with Tumiso, young and inspirational. My guest is Bafedile Phomolo, and we are signing out. Remember, guys, subscribe, like, and comment, just to show that you are listening.